Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for April 4, 2023, the Is Florida Anti-Business edition. And we begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal, which reports that Disney CEO Robert Iger has called Florida anti-business, and the moves by the governor of the state of Florida as anti-Floridian. So very interesting to have a CEO call out a MAGA hat wearing idiot like that. And DeSantis really has overplayed his hand by his attacks on Disney, particularly in his attempts to strip Disney of any special powers that the state of Florida had granted to it. So it's going to be interesting to see what the response of the governor of the state of Florida is. Next up, from ComplianceWeek, say bye-bye to ChatGPT in Italy after the Italian Data Protection Authority said that the artificial intelligence chatbot violates EU privacy laws and has no controls to stop it from interacting inappropriately with young children. That's Garante, the Italian Data Protection Authority. And now ChatGPT has exited Italy. So Italy puts itself firmly on the side of Luddites by protecting or allegedly protecting Italians from themselves and ChatGPT. You're an Italian business? Sorry. Next up, from Al Jazeera. If you don't really read Al Jazeera very much, they have a lot of interesting news. But this story is about 44 people who have been arrested in Venezuela in an anti-corruption sweep of PDVSA and related government bodies. The crackdown began on March 17 after a communique was issued by the police who called for prosecution of officials and who were involved in acts of corruption and embezzlement. So far, the company's oil minister has resigned, and several others are now in big trouble. And our final story comes to us from the Financial Times, and it involves EY being banned from doing audit work in Germany for its part in the Wirecard disaster. EY had audited Wirecard and, of course, had managed to give them a clean bill of health. You have to wonder where EY was other than in the pocket of Wirecard. But the Financial Times broke the Wirecard story for the world, and now they break this story that EY has been severely punished for its role in the Wirecard disaster. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.